Hello friends, today we are going to continue chapter number 1, the rise of British rule in India, lecture number 9. Friends, in the previous lecture we discussed about the Regulating Act that was implemented in 1773. We discussed that according to this Regulating Act, the post of Governor General was implemented. The post of Governor General was implemented for the proper administration of the company's rule. Then we looked at one by one. Lots of Governor General assumed the post and gave their contribution in expanding the company's rule in India. We learned from Warren Hastings up to Dalhousie. Lots of Governor General assumed this post and gave their contribution in expanding the company's rule. After Warren Hastings, Cornwallis came. After Cornwallis, Sir John Soar. Then came Wallasey. Then Hastings, William Bentinck. Then Dalhousie. We looked the contribution about each and every Governor General. That how they gave their contribution. Starting from Warren Hastings. He started fighting with the first and second Mysore War with Hyder Ali. Then Cornwallis fighting the third Mysore War with Tipu Sultan. Then we looked about Sir John Soar. Due to his rigid policy, the influence of the British rule was decreasing day by day, due to which the responsibility was handed over to Wallasey. Then came Wallasey, who implemented the subsidiary alliance system. Friends, today we are going to cover the same topic, that is the subsidiary alliance system. It is considered that one of the very important policy of the company's rule, through which the dream of expanding the company's rule in India and establishing colonies in India, that was very successful. So friends, let us see that what was this subsidiary alliance system and what was the result due to it. Friends, it is said that this subsidiary, as we discussed previously, that this subsidiary alliance system was implemented by Wallasey. Here it is said that Wallasey, Governor General Wallasey, came after Sir John Soar. As we discussed previously, that Wallasey assumed the post of Governor General after Sir John Soar. It is said that during the tenure of Sir John Soar, the influence of the British rule decreased, due to which the responsibility was handed over to Wallasey. Friends, here it is clearly shown that, as we discussed in the previous lecture, that he became the Governor General after Sir John Soar. And as we discussed in the previous session, that Sir John Soar was having a rigid attitude, due to which here it is said, during his tenure of Sir John Soar, the influence of the British rule decreased, due to which the responsibility was handed over to Wallasey, so that the loss they had at the tenure of Sir John can be covered. Here it is said that when Wallasey came into and assumed the post of Governor General, he was a staunch imperialist, we can say. he implemented the subsidiary alliance system for expanding the company's rule. This system worked as a sweet poison for the princely states. Here we see, through this system, he annexed many states. Friends, here if we look the information about Wellesley first, here it is said that after Sir John Soar, when Wellesley assumed the post of Governor General, he was a staunch imperialist, so he introduced a subsidiary alliance system. One important policy so that he can expand the company rule in India. And through implementing this policy, he was very successful in annexing many states of India. Friends, let us understand what was this subsidiary alliance system. Friends, now we are discussing about subsidiary alliance system. Here, in this system, on the very first look, this system looked very good and very beneficial for the kings of the princely states. So, they were trapped into this policy. But later on, they came to know that this policy was like a sweet poison for them. Now let us see which conditions were kept by Wellesley if any of the king of the princely states joined this subsidiary alliance system. The first condition that he kept was those who joined this system the company would provide them the trained army for the state's security. But in return, the king had to manage all the expenses of the army, or they should give company appropriate region. The proportional region to collect the expenses. Here, friends, the first condition was that obviously the king has only one fear, that if any in the future if someone attacks to his region and they might annex it. So we all know that king can be powerful through increasing his army. Here Velazi, he contacted the king, those who want to join this system. He informed them that the British East India Company would provide them the trained army of the company. This trained army will secure this king and the states from the future attack of other kings. So obviously, due to the security reasons, the kings were tempted towards this system. But Velazi also convinced the king that though the company will provide them the trained army, but the expense of this army will be carried out by the king, or they would give, the king should give them the proportional region from where they can bear the expense of the army. Means the expense of that army should be carried out by the king. Friends, second condition was they should, or the king should take the permission before declaring any war on other state. Here the second condition was, he said that the king should also take the permission before declaring war on any other state, because Velazi gave the reason that we need to make our army ready, we need to prepare our army to attack on the other state. That is why if the king wanted, the king though who joined this subsidiary alliance system, and if he wanted to attack any other region, then they need to inform, they need to take the permission of the company so that they can make their army prepared. Third was, the king should also consult the company before any friendship treaty with other state. Friends, other condition was, even the king had to consult the company before doing any kind of friendship treaty, because at that time lots of conspiracies were done against the king, right? The brother did the conspiracy against his own brother, son used to do the conspiracy against his own father. So for the seat of the king, lots of conspiracies were done. We looked in the battle of Plassey how Mir Jafar conspired against Siraj-ud-Daulah, his own king, to become the king and assume the throne of Bengal. So same way here also, Velazi is informed that before doing any friendship treaty, you need to consult the company so that company can investigate that whether that king is really willing to do any kind of friendship or he is making any kind of conspiracy. In fourth condition, it was said that no other foreigner should be appointed in the king's court. Friends, another was that no other foreigner should be appointed. No other foreigner should be appointed in the king's court, so that no conspiracy can be done by any other people. So here it is said that this condition was, the fourth one, that no other foreigner should be appointed in the king's court, so that there would not be any kind of competition, right? And no other foreigner can make any kind of conspiracy against the king. And the fifth one was at least one representative from the company must be appointed in the king's court. In the king's court, at least one representative of the company should be appointed in the king's court, so that he can secure the king against any kind of conspiracy. Friends, here at the very first look, these conditions look very positive for the king who joined this subsidiary alliance system. The king thought that yes, joining this system is nothing wrong. Like in the first, they obviously they are getting the trained army from the company. So obviously, on the security basis, it was very useful for the king. So it was very positive for the king that the company is providing them the trained army. And obviously, if they are providing the army, the expense should be bared by the king. So that was nothing wrong at the first look. Second, it was the king should take the permission. Obviously, as I said, Wallasey gave the reason that they need to prepare the army. Mentally and physically, they need to prepare with the weapons and armaments for the company's army. And that is why they need to take the permission of the company. Third thing, they said that yes, as I told you, at that time lots of conspiracies were made against the king. And that is why it is due to that reason that they say that they need to consult the company before signing any friendship treaty with any other state, so that they can secure the king from any kind of conspiracy done on the name of friendship. Fourth, no other foreigner should be there in the king's court, because if any other foreigner would be appointed, then there would be the atmosphere of competition against the company and the other foreigner. And the last one was at least one representative of the company should be appointed in the king's court, so that he can look after the conspiracy that is made against the king. He can take care about the security of the king and the future. He can stop the future war that can be made through the conspiracy of any other person. So at the very first look, these conditions look very good, and so many kings, they joined this subsidiary alliance system. Like we discussed previously that, and according to this system, many kings joined, like Mysore, Awadh, Sindhya, lots of states signed this subsidiary alliance system, and they came into the control of the British. Now, why it is considered as a sweet poison? Friends, it is considered a sweet poison because, as you all know, the king's real strength is his own army. Without army, the king is nothing. Without power, he is powerless. The king alone cannot do anything. We looked in the Battle of Plassey when Mir Jafar was cheated by Siraj-ud-Daulah, and when Mir Jafar did not join the battle with his army, Siraj-ud-Daulah lost the battle and was killed. Same way, without army, the king is nothing. And due to that reason, here see the intelligence of Wallasey. Wallasey took over the army of the king. He put his own army, company's army, in the king's place. So now the security of the king was with the company. Again, the expense of that company was bear by the king. So again, the wealth of the king was also taken by the company on the name of the expense of the soldiers and the army. Then before doing any kind of war, they need to take the permission. So Walesi can make compromise with both the kings and stop the war, upcoming war, so that they do not have to involve their army. Third point was to do any kind of friendship, they need to consult. So Walesi consulted that if there is any other, if that particular king was doing friendship with any other state or king, which are in the opposite of the British, they would not allow that king to do the friendship with that kind of state. One representative should be there so that they can give each and every information to Walesi about what is going on in the king's court, and no other foreigner should be there so that no conspiracy can be made against the Britisher. So now all the 5 points you can see that were all against the king and the state. There was no any beneficial for the king. So as the time passed, the kings and the state who joined this subsidiary alliance system, they realized that this subsidiary alliance system was like a sweet pointer. They had happily handed over their state to the company by joining this subsidiary alliance system. Friends, when implementing subsidiary alliance system, this Walesi, he consulted even Tipu Sultan. He consulted Tipu Sultan to join this subsidiary alliance system. But Tipu Sultan refused to join this subsidiary alliance system. And due to that reason, the fourth Mysore war was fought between Tipu Sultan and the British. And in that, Tipu Sultan was defeated. Here it is said, after that, lots of states were annexed by the companies. So friends, this was the information about subsidiary alliance system. Friends, let us quickly discuss about the subsidiary alliance system. We learned that this subsidiary alliance system was introduced by Walesi after the tenure of Sir John Soar. Due to his rigid policy, the responsibility was handed over to Walesi. Walesi was a staunch imperialist and he implemented the subsidiary alliance system. He made certain conditions for the state and the kings before joining the subsidiary alliance system. The first condition was he will give the trained army of the company to the king, but in the return, the king have to bear all the expenses of the army or give the proportional region to collect the expenses. Second was that the king should take the permission before declaring any kind of war